Metabolic Panel, which mainly includes liver function tests in addition to everything in the basic metabolic panel. There may also be a couple other electrolytes depending on the lab. Two of the main liver tests are AST and ALT, and the way you can differentiate these is with the S and L. Starting with AST, you can use the S to remember school. An average school day is from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m., and this will help you remember the normal range for AST is about 9 to 40. Another way to think of AST is to use the 9 a.m. start time for school, and then an average school week is about 40 hours when you factor in homework. This can also be used to remember the normal range of about 9 to 40. You can do the same thing with ALT. You can use the L to remember labor or work. An average workday is longer than a school day and may start at 7 a.m. and end around 6 p.m. This will help you remember the normal range for ALT is about 7 to 60. Or you can use the 7 a.m. start time for work and a 60-hour work week to remember 7 to 60. Remember, these normal ranges may vary slightly depending on the lab, and if you're taking a medical exam, the abnormal values that they give you in a question are usually drastically abnormal, so just try to remember the general ranges. Next, we have alkaline phosphatase. This can also be used to measure liver function, as it can be elevated in hepatobiliary diseases as well as different bone diseases. When you think of phosphatase, think of phosphate. You can use the 8 in phosphate to remember 80, which is right in the middle of the normal range. The normal range is about 40 to 120. Next, we have bilirubin, which again can be used with other liver function tests. And you can use the Reuben and bilirubin to remember a Reuben sandwich. When you order a Reuben sandwich at a restaurant, you usually get one sandwich, and this will help you remember a normal value of less than 1. Finally, we have albumin, which is a protein produced by the liver. So when you think of albumin, think of protein or a protein shake, which usually includes 3 to 5 ingredients if you're making a homemade one. This will help you remember the normal range is about 3.4 to 5.4. So to recap the Comprehensive Metabolic Panel quick, and then we'll move on to the next one, you're going to use the S and AST to think of school, which will help you remember 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. and the normal range of 9 to 40. For ALT, you're going to use the L to think of labor or work, which will help you remember 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. and the normal range of 7 to 60. For alkaline phosphatase, think of phosphate and the ending 8 to remember 80, which is right in the middle of the normal range of 40 to 120. For bilirubin, think of a Reuben sandwich to remember less than 1. Finally, for albumin, think of protein and a protein shake to remember 3 to 5 ingredients and a normal range of 3.4 to 5.4.